back. It's been a minute since I've got to do a video on my channel or be on Comic Book Memories. Lots of stuff going on with family. My dad has been in the hospital for like a week. Finally got to bring him home Saturday night, which was good news. Yeah, and it was where he was at. It was like an hour and a half one way to get there, but he's doing really well. And for those of you that knew about that and sent it out your well wishes and prayers are greatly appreciated. And I think there's a video or two that I haven't got to catch up on comments. So for those of you that comment on those, I apologize for not getting to get reply to those comments. Let me put it that way. Just been busy. Actually had a weekend planned with my grandkids, and then the stuff come up with my dad, so I had to cancel that. And so I had somebody fill in for me on a music gig, but the music gig got canceled anyway. So it was everything's kind of all jumbled up. And I think the next time we play is a week from tonight. We're doing Cinco de Mayo, so we're going to be playing on Monday night. But anyway, enough of that. A couple of weeks ago, I went to my local comic shop and I was getting into some new DC stuff. So there was like a couple books I was looking for. And one of the guys that works there that knows me, he said, "Hey man, you got like 3 long boxes over there of $2 books. It's really good stuff, you know." And I'm thinking, you know, and I've seen the stuff in the dollar boxes and it's not all that great. And I'm thinking, okay, I'll go take a look. Went in there and it was like a gold mine, you know, like old, most of it was Bronze Age stuff. There was some Silver Age sprinkled in, you know, kind of in ratty shape. But me and another guy looked like about my age. We were over and it was like a piranhas, you know, it was like a feeding frenzy, you know, and I had my list, you know, I was like, you know, so dove into that and I forgot all about the new comics I was looking for, obviously, and I pulled out a stack of $2 books. You know, I left there feeling like I'd just been to a comic show or a Comic Con, so it was some really cool stuff. Well, cool stuff to me. And a lot of these Bronze Age books were like in really, really nice shape, which is cool for these first couple. These are upgrades to my coverless childhood copies of some Black Hawk books. Here's $2.49. Got some Black Hawk action going on there. First time I'd ever seen that cover. And the same thing with this one. This looks like a Dick Giordano cover. This is $2.46. I rebagged and boarded all these just before I started this video. So, you know, they were out, none of them were bagged or boarded. So, it's the first chance I've had to do that. Got some cool Luke Cage action going on here. Luke Cage Hero for Hire number 12. Did not have this one. Adventure Comics 385. And for the most part, like I say, these are in pretty decent shape. I got some older Silver Age books that are pretty ratty, but for a couple of bucks, you know, it's like a rescue mission. You have to rescue them. You have to save them. And we got some Go Key, some George Wilson action on the cover. Twilight Zone number 64. Like I say, I was really surprised at the condition of a lot of these. So I don't know if they just didn't want to bag and board them and hike the price up or what, but I was like, okay. Me and the other guy I was talking about, we couldn't believe it. Here we got some more Go Key with George Wilson on the cover. No, this is Jesse Santos. I'm sorry, Jesse Santos on the cover. Still awesome. Trag and the Sky Gods, number 6. Sorry for the glare. New bags. This was very cool. Some Silver Age Western. Gunsmoke Western number 73. I think this is from 1962. A Mighty Samson that I didn't have. I'm closing in on completing this one. I think this is George Wilson on the cover. This is number 29. And I've seen this book in several videos, but I didn't have it And big fan of this character, this title, and the cover artist, obviously, Joe Kubert. Star Spangled War Stories 204. Cool cover. Supervillain Team Up number 6. Another one to check off the list. And I'm a big fan of the B&C listers. First appearance of the Shroud. So very, very cool. You know, my buddy Rod will get a kick out of this one. Mighty Marvel Western number 7. Some square-bound goodness. Rawhide Kid, Two Gun Kid, and Kid Colt. The kids are in the house. I really love this one. 80-page giant G36. Superman number 197. Featuring Clark Kent stories. They're all Clark Kent alter ego stories. You know, the guy with the glasses. I think I had one issue from this company of this series, but I didn't have these. This is issue 1 and 2 from JC Comics, Thunder Agents. Big fan of the Thunder Agents. And the art is really good. I think it's Lou Manna and Willie Blyberg doing a lot of art and covers. Here's number 2. And you have a pinup of, I think, Dynamo and No Man by Murphy Anderson. So I might have to get another copy of this one so I can just have the pinup somewhere. More Western action. Rawhide Kid number 100. I can check this one off my picture frame cover list. Just awesomeness all the way around. Got some Hercules, number 10. Very cool here. Sam Glanzman on the cover and the art. And the thing I like is Thane of Begarth with Jim Aparo art. Really, really good art by Mr. Aparo. And we got the Inhumans, number 9. There was a little blurb on the inside of the splash page saying the original art for issue 9 is like floating in between somewhere New York and Pennsylvania. So apparently they didn't get the art done in time. So this is a reprint of Amazing Adventures 1 and 2 with some great Jack Kirby art on the inside. Those I did not have. I got several issues of this series, but I did not have number 1. Here's Eric, Son of Thunder. Ernie Clone and Tony DiZuniga on the art. My buddy Higgy's a big fan of this. Found a couple of Defenders issues I didn't have of the first series. Here's number 89. It's got a great cover. And number 87, another great cover. Got the Hulk on both. Valkyrie, Hellcat. And I already had this one, but I couldn't leave it in there. It's Commandy. 54. And got some Marvel double features that I didn't have. Here's number 13. These great Jack Kirby covers. These awesome reprints from Tales of Suspense. Cap and Iron Man. Bucky Berserk. Got the Red Skull in this story. And here's number 20. Marvel double feature. And for books that are probably, these probably came out in 75, 76, so almost 50 years old. These things, some of these things are like near mint. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. Crazy, crazy, crazy. No key issues or anything like that, but just, stuff that excites me, I guess. Here's number 12, Marvel double feature. Power Man, the Swordsman, and a madly menacing mystery villain. Say that 10 times real fast. Number 12. Got some more Mighty Marvel Western, number 12. Got a Herb Trimpe cover. I love these square bound goodies, right, Rod? or a fatty, as Higgy would say. And I think this is the first issue I've ever had of this title. Another one of these cool little short run series from 1968, late 60s from DC. Angel in the Eight, number 2. Art by Bob Oskner and Wally Wood. So basically it looks like Wally Wood. So terrific art on the inside, fun stuff. So now I'll have to get the rest of these. Darn. Okay, some go-go checks from my buddy Rod. House of Mystery Dial H for Hero number 161. It's a little bit rough, but not bad shape for a comic of that era. Sorry about I don't know what's up with the lighting here. I think my pad might be, the battery might be going down. Some fun stuff here. Here we have House of Mystery number 137. This is kind of rough. Got a spine's kind of ripped, and you got a spine roll. But fun stuff. Got some Morton Meskin art in here, and Manhunter from Mars. So for $2. Is anybody getting excited about this, or is it just me? I don't know. And got some Jimmy Olsen here, Superman's Pal, number 123. Cool purple background there. And some Silver Age, World's Finest Comics, number 139, The Ghost of Batman. Did not have this. Got a little chunk out of it, but for $2, you know. And last but not least, had to rescue this one, even though it was kind of in crap shape. Got a little chunk missing out of the corner. You know, the spine looks pretty bad. Got a little chunk missing out of the bottom corner, looks like. But this is World's Finest 100. With a 10-cent cover price. For $2. I know there are a lot of you out there like me. All day long, right? So, happy to have those. Checked a lot of books off my list, or lists, I should say. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully I'll be able to get on here on a more regular basis. But with the music gigs coming up, probably not in the next 3 months. Still going to try to be on Comic Book Memories. You know, that was one of those things where I got back late with my dad, and I was unable to join Rob. But he, as always, he does a bang-up job going solo. So kudos to Rod, I should say. So, like I say, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you all. And feel free to comment and like. And sooner or later, I will get back to you. I promise. All right, guys. Have a great rest of the week. Onward and upward.